Hi everybody, welcome back to Sirdar Stitches. I hope you are doing okay and have had a good week. It's quite a sunny Sunday here today. It's been quite nice weather the last sort of week, she says, touching wood, so it doesn't now completely pour it down. Yeah, hope you're all doing okay. I have got work in progress to show you with the Sirdar Hearts Flowers crochet along. I completed my Toft Orchid from Q, so I've got that to show you as well as a completed project. And then I have had some deliveries this week. As you guys, if you watch me, know, I'm trying to do a low spend, not a no spend. And there are a couple of things that I did order myself, one of which being a pre-order that I pre-ordered in January, has arrived this week. So I've got those to show you. Yeah, so I was going to do a video yesterday, but I had a trip to the dentist and then came back feeling sorry for myself and quite upset. Basically I had an issue with one of my front teeth in sort of like summertime 2023. I think I had an issue with a Skittle, you know, the chewy sweet. I think I got a bit of the shell caught in my gum, which created an infection. And then when I got back from holiday, because it was still happening, even with brushing and flossing, I saw my dentist, my old dentist, and he unfortunately sent me away telling me it was an ulcer and just need to brush harder and here's some mouthwash, which unfortunately I don't think was the right thing. So I moved dentists and they checked it when I first moved, and then they re-x-rayed it yesterday, and basically it's got worse, a lot worse. It has been 18 months. I think the dentist originally thought it was 6 months between x-rays, but it wasn't. It was 18 months. But now I'm having a mild panic because they've said either root canal or bridge, which is, it's on this front tooth as well. So, you know what we're like with how we smile and how we look. And obviously I don't want to lose a front tooth. I've always been so careful of my teeth since having braces, because I absolutely hated going through having train tracks top and bottom when I was a teenager. So obviously this isn't happened by the fact that I haven't looked after my teeth. It's obviously an incident with a tooth and it just progressively got worse. So I'm hoping they can do a root canal, not that I even want that, but hoping they can do a root canal to save and keep my actual tooth rather than taking my actual tooth out, because I'm going to be really upset if they have to take my tooth out. So that was why I didn't do a video yesterday, because I came home and basically had a bit of a cry. My husband's had a lot of dental work and he was like, you need to not worry. He's been through a lot, and it sounds like I'm probably mounting out of a molehill, and I know I'm 40 now, but still, I don't want to lose a front tooth if I can help it. So I'm seeing a specialist on Thursday. So she will have a look at the x-rays and do, I think, a cold test and things and check. So I'm hoping to God that they can do a root canal and save my tooth. God. I hate the dentist. I don't think anyone enjoys the dentist, do they? But yeah, so that's why no video, because I was a bit down all yesterday, because it was not the news I wanted to hear. Normally I go for a checkup, and other than the odd filling I've had, I think I've got 3 fillings at 40. Everything's normally fine, so quite disappointing. The only bonus, I suppose, is it's the bottom front tooth, so when I smile, you don't see it so much. This is what happens when you get older, isn't it? And obviously I have a sweet tooth and I've still got Skittles in the cupboard, but obviously I need to be careful. I'm convinced it was the Skittle. Right, anyway, aside from my teeth and my dentist, sorry, I thought I'd just explain, because you know me, I'm an open book with you people. I didn't mean it like that, you people, with everyone. So if anyone's had a root canal on a front tooth, any advice welcome. And I was told off yesterday by my friend, who's a dental nurse, who told me to stop Googling, because Googling is what I like to do. And I know I shouldn't do it. Anyway, right. Let's show you Sirdar Hearts and Flowers CAL first. So I got a bit behind because I was working on my Toft Orchid last weekend. So I didn't spend any of my weekend on the Hearts and Flowers CAL. But I'm now caught back up again. So we're on week, look at the pattern. Week 5, I think. It normally says you've completed week 5 at the end of the pattern piece, but it doesn't. I'm convinced it's week 5. Yes, it says there, week 5. So we've only got one more week left. So I will show you where I've got to. So you've seen these panel pieces before. I'm not going to show you them to full size because, so we've got 2 of those panel pieces all done and dusted. And then the end of week 4, which is where I got behind, was 2 of these. We're doing all the hearts on the top of the panel pieces. So we have 2 of these now complete. I'm checking they're in the same colour order because can you imagine? But we did have an issue with running out of cream in the week. I know when I started this, I checked my tension and my tension was over the size. And I think I was already 4 or 5 granny squares deep. So then I was like, oh, I'm just going to carry on, knowing I probably would run out of some yarn colours. But I've had a look on the Facebook page and a lot of people have run out of cream, even those that have dropped hook sizes, and people that have said that they're a really tight crocheter as well, only just made it with the cream for this week. So they're not surprised a lot of us have run out. So luckily I have a Dunelm near me, other shops are available, that sells the Hayfield Bonus DK. Not the entire range of colours, but I didn't actually look because I probably should have checked in case I needed anything else, because actually thinking about it, I probably needed oyster pink and I didn't get that when I went, and I didn't look, didn't think ahead. So I went and bought cream. It's only £2 a ball. I did buy myself 2 cream just in case. But I think I'm going to have enough of this left now because I think I've only got like another round on what I'm doing now. So yeah, ran out of cream. So I had to go and purchase more. So those pieces for week 4 all done. Ends, as you can see, I've still got the mammoth job of all the ends, which I need to do. And then this is the start of week 5. So this is how far I have got so far. I think, did I start last night? Last night or Thursday night? No, Thursday night, because I had a little incident with my finger. And you see that, sliced the top of my finger with a pair of scissors. I was trying to get a label off a Pepsi Max syrup bottle for SodaStream, and I went like that with the scissors and carried on going into my finger. And the scissors are very sharp because I sharpened them recently. So I didn't crochet Wednesday night. I did a little bit Thursday and Friday. So yeah, so we're doing this piece. I think we've got to finish making the square, and then we're going to have rows on each side to then make like a middle panel to join with all the rest of the panels. So that is where we're up to. So we are up to, on the pattern, I'm on the 17th round of this, and there is only one more round, 18th round. And then on each side there's 28 granny stripe rows. So I've got 56 rows after this on each side to do. So we'll see if I have enough, because I'm pretty sure Zest, Mauve, Biscuit, Rustic. So we do use Oyster for 2 rows on each side. So everything is 2 rows. So what I might do is, to make sure, I might do each side on the same colours, so that when I get to Oyster, if I don't have enough, I might have to swap it out for another colour. Might have to repeat another colour of whatever I've got left. Yeah, we will see. Because looking at week 6, I think it's going to be obviously joining everything together and then border around the edge. And I don't know what colour the border's in. I need to have a look at the picture. But that is where we're up to. So we're keeping, and again, ends to sew in on the back. We have now caught back up again, which is good. So I need to just hammer through today, get this done, and keep going on my granny stripe rows, which I should hopefully find fairly quick, because the granny stripes, they are, to me, quite quick for me to work through. And then yeah, we can hopefully start to, caught my finger, join all of this together. But yeah, so it does feel a lot less involved than the gingerbread one. I'm going to put this over here that way. Less involved than the gingerbread one. But I am looking forward to having a break after this, because I forget how involved they are, and it's 6 solid weeks, especially if you're working to a deadline. So then it'd be nice for me to do some other bits in between, because I haven't even considered Imaginists for Toft for this quarter, and it finishes end of this month. And we're already like the 9th, aren't we, today? 9th of March. So I best get a wiggle on. Right, let me show you my Toft Orchid that is now complete before we move on to deliveries. So, as you all know, if you watch my videos, last Friday, I was at Kew Gardens for the Orchid Festival and Workshop. And yeah, I literally carried on going with it and I have finished. So here is my orchid. I'm going to take, I think it's a her, take her out. So this is the tub that we've got that I noticed has a T on the bottom. I haven't stuck the wooden dowel through the head. I feel sad. I've stuck it through the bottom. This stemmy part of mine doesn't feel as tall as everybody else's, because when I sit my orchid up, you can basically barely see it. I don't know if I haven't gone wrong. All my rows are correct, but whether my tension is just, yeah. And here is my orchid. So I've gone for violet as the main colour, amethyst as the complementary colour, and primrose as the contrast. I did have to remake because I had made my petals on the day in the wrong colour. I have stuffed a little the hands and feet because I don't like completely floppy, so I have stuffed them a little bit like I always do, but not as much. And then obviously the head is primrose. Yeah, these keep curling up like a little genie beard, like in Aladdin. I don't know if my tension's too tight on that, but they're supposed to be little, can you see? There you go. But yes, all done, and the stick is, it feels a bit wrong sticking it in the bottom. Stick is in the bottom. Maybe I'll stick it a bit higher up, it might sit higher up. And I have just tied a little bit of green. I've threaded it, caught it through with the sewing needle through my stem and just tied it on so that I can take it off if I want to. I can just sort of snip carefully behind here and then these will come off. This will probably undo anyway because it's not very tight, in case I want to take it off the stick. So we'll put her, I think it's a her, back in the pot. And there we go. There is my orchid. So Toft, speaking of Toft, just quickly, they've done their update this week to their website for International Women's Day. So this is once a year you can get all of the previous Dolls Club subscriptions, plus there's some extras like Nefertiti was never a subscription, the Queen, there's still some Darwins left on limited stock. I think also Beatrix Potter is limited because it's got the old sage within the kits, not the new colour sage. So yeah, have a look on their website. It's only for about another week, I think they do it for, where you can go and buy all of the old kits if you want any of them. Also including the new one you can buy, which is the latest doll sub. So running into that, I'll show you that first as one of my deliveries because that has arrived this week. It actually came very quickly. It was only charged on the 6th of March because my husband pays for that for me. And it arrived on Friday the 7th. So yeah, it came really quick. So, excuse the rustling. I've already opened. So this is our package for this time around. So this is Mary Seacole we are doing. And here is the pattern. Well, not the pattern, it's just the postcard about Mary. So yeah, she was going to read a little bit here. Born in 1805, died in 1881. She was born to a Scottish father and free Jamaican mother, and taught traditional Western African medicines by her mother. So she was looking after injured soldiers, and I think during the Crimean War she was involved. So, oh look, Mary's memoir is the earliest known autobiography by a Caribbean-born woman. So she's known for a pioneering nurse and businesswoman. She reminds, down here, this is very much like Emmeline Pankhurst's bottom of the dress. So she looks like she's got some sort of sequins on here, like medals. So I'm assuming that's what we've got in here. So we've got all the colourways. So I won't get them all out because they're all nicely packaged in there. But we look like we've got cream, looks like charcoal. We've definitely got ruby. We've got sapphire, and we've got chestnut in there. And then I will open a little bag and have a look in the little bag. Oh no, look, we've got sequins in the little bag. I won't open that because I'll probably lose them. So I've probably only got a handful of sequins. So that is our doll for this instalment subscription. It's not every quarter, it's every 4 months. What do we call that? Don't know what that is. It's not quarterly, is it? Triannually. So that was one of my deliveries. We'll show you the next Toft one. So my latest centraliser came from Toft. I have placed an order on International Women's Day on the website update for the 3 new pins, which are last year's dolls. So Maya Angelou, Jean Barrett. Oh goodness, who's the third one? Mary Anning is the third one. So 3 new pins to add to my pin collection. So this is the last of the centraliser of this subscription, because they've done 6, and it's based on Ed's Animals. So it is, and if you can see there, Emma the Bunny. So isn't that the one that started it all, pretty much, Emma the Bunny? So I imagine the next, excuse me, the next centraliser subscription, with the birds book coming out in the next week or 2, is likely to be birds, possibly. But yeah, I should have ordered a new centraliser keeper, but I don't know what colour they're going to come out. If they're going to be gold, then I'd want a gold one. But I can always order one to click and collect from Natural History Museum at the end of this month, so probably not actually, because we won't know. Anyway, I'm waffling. So that is centraliser that has arrived. I made a purchase when I was at Q, thanks to Kylie. Because we always get our pattern card, like this is this size, A5 size, when we go to Q, and the amount of times, luckily I haven't, I've bent one slightly, and it really upsets me because I collect my pattern cards and I'm really funny about them. But you put them in your bags or whatever and they can get sort of creased and bent, or I think somebody once, when it was really bad weather, it got like completely soaked. So Kylie had this, I think she got it as part of one of her bags that she purchased from Della Q, but she had one of these, not in this colour. So I've had to go for olive green. Not my colour, but I couldn't get it in the purple to match my Della Q bags. But it's basically a very thin, hard-backed... I'm going to take this off now. The annoying thing was this was stuck to the plastic, so I had to sort of carefully wet and get that off. It's a pattern sleeve. So you have a piece of card in here that came with it, but it's like a stiff back. I'm going to leave that in there. It's extra padding. Oh, looks like that's got stuck to that as well. I think it must have got a little bit damp wherever the people were storing this, because part of the things have got attached to it. So I'll get there in a minute. You can slide in your A5 pattern card and it is all nice and protected. Obviously there is a gap there, so it would potentially still get wet if you have any sort of spillages, but it's going to stop it from getting dog-eared and whatever in your bag. Also quite handy if you're out and about and you want to use an A5 pattern, and you can slide it in here. So that was an Amazon purchase, because that's the only place I could find it over here, because Della Q is very US based. I ordered this one, and I know that Nicola, who sits with us at Q, was looking at the mustard one, and I think that's saying it's not coming till September. So this one I think was the last one in stock on Amazon in olive colour, so I just went for whatever was in stock, because obviously I've got Natural History Museum in a few weeks, so that will come in handy. I don't know if it's something that they're not stocking anymore, or they did just come with bags or whatever, but I'm glad I've got one of those now, because that's going to come in super handy. So thanks, Kylie, for whipping that out of your bag, and then me going like, what is this? I saw you put your card in there, your pattern, and I was like, what? Back up, well, what is that now? So yeah, so that's going to live in my bag that I take to workshops, so that's going to come in real handy. That was next to the, that was about £23. I think it was £23.78, just FYI, in case you want to know. So it wasn't the cheapest, but yeah, it came from Amazon EU, not Amazon US. You might be able to order from Amazon US over here. I have done that on a few things, and you might be able to get them that way. We'll have a look. This was a separate order from Amazon, but I went on Amazon. This has been my wish list for a while. So I've had this book and I spotted it, and please don't come after me about the author, the series, etc. I like this series, so please don't come after me. Harry Potter Crochet Amigurumi book. So I know that either Lidl or Audi, I think it was Audi, did a lot of Harry Potter crochet kits. The patterns, I've made up Harry once before, but the patterns are quite difficult to follow. They're not most well written, and the yarn is really, really cheap. Obviously, it's Audi. I wasn't, you know, paying Audi prices expecting a Toft kit, don't get me wrong. But I saw this and I really liked it. It's got all sorts in it, as you can see. I will try and find each of the pages that show you the makes. So this, I managed to get this. It's £22 at the price on the back. I got it for £10 on Amazon. I don't know if it's still on the in the sale at the moment, but have a look. So I'll show you the contents. This is what I like to see on books that you can't always see. So you've got characters first, then magical creatures, then you've got enchanting artifacts, and I can't read the last ones. I think that's how it's split. Yeah, 3. So let me show you so you can see. I don't like cracking spines on books. This is why I'm holding it in a weird way. So these are some of the characters. Hold it so the light. So you've got Harry. What did they say? You've got Harry, Ron, Hermione, Draco, Luna, Albus, Dumbledore, Minerva McGonagall, Severus Snape, Pomona Sprout, and Rubius Hagrid. And then we need to go to page 79. Let's go to page 79. And then for magical creatures, you've got Scabbers, Crookshanks, Trevor, Fluffy, Norbert, Buckbeak, Cornish Pixie, Merperson, Troll, and Pygmy Puff. I was excited by the Pygmy Puff. There you go. So that's some of them that you've got in the magical creatures. And then enchanting artifacts, page 145. Let's get to that for you to show you. Oh, gone past it. Oh. So enchanting artifacts. Oh, can't find the front page now. Chocolate frog, a golden snitch, winged keys, howler, a skelly grey bottle, the monster book of monsters, a golden egg, and an elder wand. I'm guessing some of these do need particular types of yarn, like the Pygmy Puff must do, and then obviously you've got these like the monster book of monsters. That can't be normal yarn. So yeah, I quite like the skelly grey and the howler bottle. The chocolate frog is quite cute though. Look. It's got big eyes. They could be some dark side eyes. Holly, I know you like dark side eyes. I'm just trying to find what else. The howler's pretty good as well. Weasley's got himself a howler. And the skelly grey bottle is pretty good as well. And I think the top comes off the skelly grey bottle. There you go. So yeah, it was £10 something, £10.20 something. You know, like Amazon do odd sale prices at the moment. So have a look. If it's not that price, apologies. I did order this on, I think, Wednesday, but normally £22. So it's quite a chunky book. I don't know if they're all designed by different people. They might be, but it does have, I think, in the back like yarn examples and things. So we've got abbreviations. No, yarn resource guide. So this must be a UK more one. So it's got Wool Warehouse, Yarn Art, We Crochet, Hobium, Sheepies, Shapies, Woolbox, Laughing Hens, Rowan, Lion Brand, Sirdar, Hobby Yarn, and Wild and Woolly. But most of those are UK websites. So it suggests more of a UK. I'm going to actually look up if I can find the Pygmy Puff and see what yarn it suggests, because it's obviously really fluffy yarn. Sorry, we'll get there. Troll in the dungeon. So the Pygmy Puff, if you look, I mean, that's not normal yarn. What does it say? Aran weight yarn shown in Lion Brand, feels like butter. Like butter. Butter for any of our non-UK friends, but that's like the, you know, non-grammatical correctly way to say. So pink one skein, so it's obviously a particular type of yarn that gives that effect. So interesting. It's cute, I like it. Go to the back part and it's quite thin out. Anyway, yes, Harry Potter book. Then my last delivery, God, I realise I've waffled on for a long time, sorry. My last delivery was my pre-order. I think if you remember, if you watch my videos, I pre-ordered from Folk. I can't say that word very well. Folk, F-O-L-K. Folk Yarn Studio, folk dancing. I'm trying to think how I say it, folk dancing. Anyway, Folk Yarn Studio I pre-ordered. So they did a Doctor Who advent last year, which I didn't see until after Advent, came across it on Instagram, and they've done a dyeing pre-order. So I pre-ordered in January, like I think it was like the first week of January, maybe the second, and it's just arrived, and it was good because I said around the 1st of March and it did arrive in the week. I think it arrived Wednesday. So I'm going to show you, I'll show you the cards of Folk Yarn Studio. There you go. Folk Yarn Studio. So this is all Doctor Who themed. So I've got 24 20-gram skeins of DK. They're all Luxe DK, 100% superwash merino. And then I have a 100-gram skein of the Contrast Complementary. So it's called All of Time and Space. I think each of these might have a name. I need to look them up on their Instagram when they posted them over Christmas each day when they did the day release. So this is day 1 to 6. So these all feed into each other, I believe. And then 7 to 12. Yeah, so you can see they are like a gradient. So this is 7 to 12. And they're calling it the Lonely Knitter, because like the Lonely Doctor. 7 to 12. I had to label these ones because I didn't actually have a sticky label on. I've looked them up on Instagram, so that's 13 to 18. Might be able to see them better that way around. And then days 19 to 24. The light. It's either too bright or not bright enough. There we go. And then the contrast of the accessory, the 100-gram skein, is called Travelling Companion, and is very much TARDIS blue. So that's my 100-gram skein, also in Luxe DK. So yeah, that's the 100-gram skein that I ordered with it. So I've got the full Advent set there. But what I liked was they've done like hexagon granny square or hexagon shapes. So they've done this colourway in the middle and then the Travelling Companion around the outside. And I really liked that. And not to be a once copy, but I quite like it. And then you could put all the hexagons together to make either a blanket or a scarf, depending on how many you've got. So what I probably want to do is sit and work out how big and how many I could get out of them. And also I need to obviously make sure I can do the edging of each. So yeah, I'm going to look that up, I think, and see, because that would be really lovely, even if to make us a scarf, because then it'll be a Doctor Who scarf. That is it for deliveries. I am expecting, obviously, my Women's Day pins to come at some point. I have placed an order with Sirdar, because they sent me an email now I'm signed up. There was buying their little cotton 50-gram balls. I think it's called Happy Cotton. And if you bought 10 of those, you got a free, it's like Festival Dolls of the World pattern booklet. I think it came with Simply Crochet magazine, which I don't subscribe to. So I've just placed an order. It was £12.50 for the 10 balls plus postage. I think it came to like £16 with the pattern. So I've got that coming. But yeah, that's it in terms of crochet wise, because obviously I'm trying to be really good and use up stash. My husband did laugh at me when I said I needed to go and buy yarn for this crochet along because I've run out, and he laughed. I went, no, I need a particular colour and brand. It's not like I've run out of yarn. He just literally laughed at me. Yeah, Right, I'm going to stop waffling now and let you enjoy the rest of your weekend. Thank you as always for watching and listening to my ramblings at the beginning about the dentist. Hope you all enjoy the rest of your weekend and have a good week ahead. And I will catch you all next weekend. Might be a little late next weekend because I'm out Saturday evening. I'm travelling for my auntie's 60th. So it means travelling. It's a couple of hours away. So it might be a bit delayed, but I'll try and do a video maybe before I go. Anyway, have a good week and I'll see you all next time. Take care. Bye.